welcome to week 4 of your digital writing prompt. Today, John Spencer is going to tell us to invent a new class. This is a prompt that I'm actually really excited to read because I think it's really important for us to never be like, oh, it's always been this way, so we don't need to change anything. I think that's a really dangerous statement to say. Come on, iTunes. Anyway, I think inventing new classes is something that schools need to really kind of keep up with. There's so many different new classes that could be out there, and I'm really excited to see what you have to say about this prompt. Let's go ahead and watch the video, and I'll talk about some of the sentence starters you can use. Every time. One day I'm going to learn this.
Learning can happen anywhere, at any time. You might be picking up a new skill or learning a new concept, discovering a part of your world that you didn't know before. It might involve talking to an expert or reading a book or watching a video. So think about some of the learning that happens outside of school. What if it happened inside of school? What if you could create an entire class from scratch? Invent that class. Who would be allowed to take it? Describe the ideal student. What would you learn? What would the goals be? And how would you measure your progress? What activities would you do? What projects would you engage in? And what would you make? Where would it take place? Outside or inside? In a small room? A big room? Multiple rooms? What kind of furniture would you have? Who would teach the class? What would the teacher need to know? Now convince your school to adopt this class as an elective, explaining what you would learn and why it would be important.
So again, I think student voice is so important, and sometimes schools forget that students have choices and voices and they need to be heard. So invent a new class. The other twist that I will allow you to do only for my class is to tell me how to make my class better. I'm very eager to hear what you guys have to think. So you can either invent a new class or you can improve Miss Hoover's class for skills if you're watching this video for that. All right, here are some sentence starters you can use to get started. School is missing a class that blank. So what does that class do? What does that class teach? If I was able to create a new class, it would be blank. Now, if you're interested and are really passionate about your idea, I'm happy to share that with Mrs. Ellis, and we can kind of see what we can do from there. Okay. On your next slide is where you're going to write about it. Remember, just get all your ideas out, and we'll worry about editing on Wednesday. Remember, what you have to say, what you have to write is important, and just keep writing.